If you want to impress, share your success. And if you really want to make a real impact, share your failure. This is one of my favorite wisdom I learned this week from John Maxwell. And sometimes we're afraid to allow others to see the real us, the real authentic version of ourselves. Because why? Because it's sacred. Your authentic self is sacred to you. And when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we are subject to be rejected, we are subject to be abandoned, we are subject to be criticized, and nobody like that. But when I listen to that wisdom, like if you really want to make a real impact, then share your failures. So that is the reason today, in this video, I want to share with you my failures. And that is the reason why nowadays, I love to advocate for successful, independent, ambitious women to develop and nurture the most beautiful, fulfilling relationship with themselves first, so that they can have a loving, lasting relationship with their romantic partner or their future romantic partners. And I really hope my video gonna have at least one person, make an impact to one person, and that fulfill my effort, fulfill my purpose of this video. Since I graduated from the university until very recently, I has been struggling and experienced tremendous challenge in my romantic relationship. Even though I have an independent and successful career, there's a lot of challenge in my romantic relationship. And one of the most extreme events that I've been encountered, which is I was being left in the altar. I was being left in the altar of the morning of my wedding day. To be honest, in my widest imagination, that I would never ever could think of that event could happen to me. And it did, it's happened. And that day was in May 2022. And that day I will never ever forget. Even though I was successful in my career, even though I was very confident about myself, but when that thing happened, when that adversity happened, my life was completely out of control. I lost all my confidence, and I did not know where can I find the strength to overcome this challenge. If you can imagine and think about, you could be in that situation. What would happen in that moment if you experience that extreme event? I remember I was screaming, I was crying like hell for an hours, and I did not know how long it's gonna take me to get over this challenge. And I was ready. I feel I was so close to touch my dream of having the family, become a wife, become a mother, and all of that dreams were being taken away in just a blink of an eye. And now there I was, I need to find all the strength and the courage to stand back for myself. I did not know whether I can trust myself to be in the relationship in the future. I doubting whether other men would like to be in a relationship with me. And can I find somebody better than my ex? All of that doubts, all of that insecurity, all of that meanings, the story I put in my head in that moment were really scary. Luckily for me, I was already in my transformational journey. I was already trained and do a lot of healing so that I can meet that moment with grace, with appreciation and gratitude. But I was thinking in that moment for other women, the women who experience the painful relationship breakup or being left or almost touching her dream and then being taken away for all sorts of reasons. I'm thinking for those women, and even I was thinking for my younger version of myself. If this event gonna happen 6 months before, I did not know if I can handle it. So in other sense, I was blessed to somehow unconsciously preparing myself to meet that moment. And I really have to take accountability back for my life, because at that time I was ready. I really want to become a wife. I really want to settle down. I really want to have a family. And all of that being taken away. So now if I behave like a victim, if I blaming my ex, I would never learn the lesson. I would never grow. So even though it's really tempting to point the finger on him, it's really tempting to behave like a victim, I make a bold decision that I'm gonna take accountability back for the way I show up. And if I really want to have a beautiful family, if I really want to have a lasting relationship with another human being, then before enter that relationship, I really need to develop the most loving relationship with myself. And that turned out to be one of the biggest realizations from that event, from that wedding cancellation. And that made me to discover and nurture the most fulfilling and loving relationship with the most important person in my life, that is me. So I don't know where you are on your journey, on your love journey. You could be, perhaps you could be single at the moment and you try to find the right person. Perhaps you are in unfulfilling relationship. And if you're lucky to find the right person already in a fulfilling relationship, that is very blessing to have. But if you are single, if you are struggling to find the right person for you, to find the right partner for you, to find a partner so that you can settle down, so that you can have a lifelong committed relationship, then I want to share with you in this video 3 very practical exercise that you can apply. Because at the end of the day, we can only offer what we have. We can only offer what we have, and we cannot pour from an empty cup. So I'm going to share with you the 3 practical exercise that you can apply with yourself so that you can develop and nurture the loving relationship with yourself first. Take back control of your love life. Fill your cup so that you can show with other, you can show up in this world with the best version of yourself. So the first step is to identify. And what do I mean by identify? Is to asking yourself this question: what brings joy into your life? What brings joy into your life? Brainstorming all sort of ideas that bring joy, happiness, and fun into your life. And sometimes to do this, we really need to take a step back and to take away from our mundane, busy life that demand a lot of your attention, demand a lot of your effort and responsibility. A part of us want to play. A part of us want to play and have fun in life. And that is make our life more meaningful, isn't it? So don't restrict when you do this exercise. I would recommend you to be in a quiet space where there's no distraction, where you can think and where you can allow all the ideas to flow through you. And don't restrict yourself about what is possible and what is not possible. just brainstorming, have some fun in here, have some creation in here. And what makes your heart sing? What brings joy into your life? What make you laugh? What make you feel at ease, at peace? For me, is to walk in nature. I love walking in nature and allow my soul to immerse in the nature. Allow myself to be free. My spirit feel free whenever I walk in nature. It bring me a sense of peace. And I can have a conversation with me. I can have a conversation with my higher self, or I can connect with my intuition, my wisdom, and sometimes it bring me the best idea. So that is the first step. Identify what brings joy into your life. That leads to the second step. The second step is to choose. Choose at least one action that you can do. And this action require you to put yourself outside your comfort zone, but also that you can do at this moment. Why it is important to choose like that? Because if we want to grow, if we want to discover the best version of ourselves, if we want to nurture and develop the most beautiful, loving relationship with ourselves, we need to be able to discover the magnificence of who we are. And you are an amazing human being. So give yourself the permission to stepping out of your comfort zone by choosing an action that make yourself a little bit uncomfortable outside your comfort zone, but also that you have time, you have space, and you have energy to do that at this moment. For me, in this moment, is to show up every week, whether it's doing online video, whether it's doing Facebook Live or filming a video on YouTube by English. That put me outside my comfort zone. Because I have been doing the video content in Vietnamese for 2 years, but now I want to put myself outside comfort zone and do the content in English. And like English is not my first language, and I have to practice a lot and really embrace that level of imperfection and allow myself to take imperfect action and put myself out there, allow myself to fail, and that brings me tremendous satisfaction. I can show to myself that, you can do it. You not die at the end of the day. And the most important in here is to allow myself to sing my own sacred song. So I'm going to repeat again. The second step is to choose one action that you can do that both put you a little bit out of your comfort zone, allow you to expand, grow, and also that is within your capability to do at this moment. What you don't want is to scare yourself, it's too far ahead, and you feel overwhelmed by doing it, then you just decided to procrastinate and you decided not to do it at all. So that is second step. The third step is to schedule. What I mean by schedule, if we don't schedule in our calendar, then it might not happen, right? Because you are you are a successful, you are ambitious woman. You have a lot of duty, a lot of responsibility, a lot of dream, a lot of goals in your life. And if you don't schedule, it's very unlikely it's gonna happen. So my best advocacy for you is to schedule in your calendar, choosing yourself above all, and doing this exercise, doing this activity is for you, is to helping you fulfill your cup, to gain the confidence, to build trust, build credibility within you. So schedule in your calendar, whether it is on the evening or morning or at the weekend, schedule in your calendar. So when you stick in your calendar, allow yourself to take imperfect action, or allow yourself to start very small, start where you can do. Then by consistency, doing that and showing up for yourself, you build that a new habit, right? So to sum up again, there's 3 steps that you can apply right here, right now. Wherever you are, you can do it. Step number 1 is identify what brings joy into your life. Step number 2 is to choose, to select the one action that you can do it, which put you outside your comfort zone, but also you can do it within your current capability. The third step is to calendar, to schedule it in your calendar, and make sure that you hold yourself accountable, or you asking somebody else to hold yourself accountable to make sure you do it. And please make sure that you click on subscribe button, like, comment, share with me any thought that you take away from this video, or you want to contribute your idea in this. So I know that you are watching. I know that what I'm doing is serving others people in my unique way, and they're gonna inspire me to take more action, to do more video, create more content. And please check other video, could be here, could be up here somewhere in this video. See you there.